Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nice to be with you on this beautiful day of Shabbat. No matter what has gone on in your life or in the world, this is a moment to unplug, to draw near. And all of our music for these past few weeks has been in the spirit of our time in the calendar in the month of Elul. Time of reflection, of inspection, as we talked about. So I hope that you will and have been a part of that experience. That's what it is. So Shabbat Shalom to the world. Even in a concealment within a concealment, the Lord, may He be blessed, is certainly there. And behind the difficult things that we face, the difficult things that stand before us, He says, Ani Omed, I stand. אפילו בהסתרה שבתוך הסתרה בוודאי גם שם נמצא השם יתברך ואפילו בהסתרה שבתוך הסתרה בוודאי גם שם נמצא השם יתברך אוי 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 גם מאחורי הדברים הקשים העומדים עליך אני אומר, אני אומר, אני אומר גם מאחורי הדברים הקשים העומדים עליך אני אומר ואפילו בהסתרה שבתוך הסתרה בוודאי גם שם נמצא השם יתברך ואפילו בהסתרה שבתוך הסתרה בוודאי גם שם נמצא השם יתברך אוי 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 גם מאחורי הדברים הקשים העומדים עליך אני אומר, אני אומר, אני אומר גם מאחורי הדברים הקשים העומדים עליך אני אומר, אני אומר come and purify me, cause my heart to burn again, fill it with your fire. I cry out for your holiness. Please cleanse this wandering heart. Wash my shame and my brokenness. I surrender. I surrender. Lord, this is my simple prayer. Come and purify me, cause my heart to burn again, fill it with your fire. I cry out for your holiness. Please cleanse this wandering heart. Wash my shame and my brokenness. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Lord, this is my simple prayer. Come and purify me, cause my heart to burn again, fill it with your fire, 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 fill it with your fire. Giving you my heart and all that is within. Lay it all down for the sake of you, my King. Giving you my dreams, laying down my rights, giving up my pride for the promise of new life. And I surrender all to you, all to you. And I surrender all to you, all to you. Singing you this song, waiting at the cross, and all the world holds dear. I count it all as lost for the sake of knowing you, the glory of your name, to know the lasting joy even sharing in your pain. And I surrender all to you, all to you. And I surrender all to you, all to you. Give it all to you, and I surrender all to you, all to you. And I surrender all to you, all to you. Giving you my heart and all that is within. I lay it all down for the sake of you, my King. I'm giving you my dreams. I'm laying down my rights. I'm giving up my pride for the promise of new life. Lord, it was you who created the heaven. Lord, it was your hand. Put the stars in their place. Lord, it is your voice that commands the morning, even oceans and their waves bow at your feet, oh Lord. Lord, who am I compared to your glory? Oh Lord, Lord, who am I compared to your majesty? I am your beloved, your creation, and you love me as I am. Have called me chosen for your kingdom, unashamed to call me your own. I am your beloved. Lord, it was you who created the heavens. Lord, it was your hand that put the stars in their place. Lord, it is your voice that commands the morning, even oceans and their waves they bow at your feet. Oh, who am I compared to your glory? Oh Lord, Lord, who am I come back around. If you feel lost, if you feel lost, sing along. If you feel tired, if you feel tired, just sing along. If you feel lost and tired, this is your song, your song. I've been holding on. I've been holding on. Oh my God, shine your light on us that we might live. Oh my God, shine your light on us that we might live. If you feel lost, if you feel lost, sing along. If you feel tired, if you feel tired, sing along. If you feel lost and tired, sing this song. Shine your light, shine. Let your rescue come for us. We long for love. Shine your light, shine it down. Let your rescue come for us. We long for love. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la. Baruch hu et Adonai, Baruch Adonai HaMorach, Le'olam va'ed, Le'olam, Olam, Le'olam, 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 Le'olam va'ed. Ya la la, ya la la la. You may be seated. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Shema Israel. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord
is the name of his glorious King. Blessed is his name for all eternity. Blessed is the name of his glorious King for all eternity. All eternity. Yeshua, he is my Messiah. He's Lord of all. Yeshua, he is my Messiah. He is Lord of all. He is Lord of all. He is Lord of all. Yeah.
Let's stand together. I suffered a horrendous calf injury while playing pickleball. Should have known better. It was Dave Hazen who hit the ball that I was returning when I got injured, so please pray for Dave.
Open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Open my lips, open my lips, open my lips, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Declare your praise. Declare your praise. Declare your praise. Adonai, Sfatai Tiftah, Uhufi Yagid, Tehilatecha.
To the God who is faithful through all the generations.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Chanora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם למען שמו באחווה. מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם.
To the God who is faithful to resurrect the dead.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיים מתים אתה ורב להושיע, מוריד חטאת. מכלכל חיים בחסד, בחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים.
To the Holy One seated above the heavens.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע תמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך God who gives us this day of rest and refreshing. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. The God who is restoring his presence to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato leTzion. To the God whose name is good, who is worthy of all thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulchanei lehodo. The God who grants us peace. Sim shalom tova uvracha chaim chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu v'yoko Yisrael yailalalalala yamecha. Bachenu avinu kulanu kechad yalalai yalalai bor panecha kivor panecha natata lanu yalalai yalalai Adonai Eloheinu Torah chayim ve'ahavat chesed ustaka uvracha ve'rachamim ve'chayim yalalai ve'shalom V'tov yeh v'necha levachenu u'varech et kol amcha Yisrael v'chol et uvchol shah yalalai b'shlomecha Baruch atah Adonai hamvarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. Join together in the words of our Master as we continue to look with expectation for the time of good that is coming, that is the kingdom. Vinu Shabbat Shamayim Yitkadesh Mecha Tavo Machitecha Ye'aseh Ritzonecha Kasher Bashamayim Gam Ba'aretz Et Lavinu Levacha Telanu Hayom Umechalanu Al Choboteinu Kasher B'chalanu Gam Anavnu For the sake of our Master Yeshua, in his merit and his virtue, may the sayings of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be favorable, be favorable, be favorable to you. Oh Lord, my rock and my redeemer. 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 Yeshua, Hu HaMashiach, Hu Adon HaKol. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, the King of the universe, who has given us the way of salvation in Messiah, Yeshua. Amen. You may be seated. There is the link behind me on the screen. If you are so inclined to support the work of Shalom Macon, we appreciate that. It is that generous giving from all around the world that allows us to bring these services and to pay Lance. Lance volunteers his time to be up here playing music. He's an unbelievable asset. They called him Spicy Fingers once, then he cut his finger open, so they called him Slicey Fingers, but that's healed, so now they call him Spicy Fingers again. Anyway, you're supporting our work when you give. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Oda Binu Chai, Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu, Oda Binu, Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu Chai, Oda Binu Chai. Oda Binu, Oda Binu, Oda Binu Chai. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, and I have to make a correction. I said you're supporting our work. It's not really our work. We're doing the work of Hashem for the kingdom. I hope we are contributors and partners in that. There, that's better.
Amen. It's good. Thank you, Slicey, Spicy, Dicey Fingers. And Cripple Rabbi. It's pretty bad when the old fat man gets the young rabbi and takes him out on the pickleball court. But anyway, we would like to welcome Elijah Rangel from Colorado Springs, Kathleen Ashcroft from the UK, Mary Lon from Malaysia, and the Bell family from Oklahoma joining us online today and in-house, along with 7 other countries joining us online. We have Thailand represented in the house. Kathy, we're so glad that you are here joining us today. So thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, so we will have Torah Club today, but as you can tell, Darren and Sabrina are not here today, so there will be no Kids Hebrew today. And then tomorrow, ladies, you have a book club at 9:30, and this month it will be at Karen Wortham's house. So if you need directions, get a hold of Rachel Briones for that, or an address. So we're going to get y'all all confused. Anyway, y'all have book club tomorrow morning at 9:30, and sorry, that will only be for those present. Huh? It says the 19th, but tomorrow's the 14th. So, I went and made sure I had the right date. So, don't come at Wednesday at 9:30 because Karen won't be there. And Rachel won't be there either. But there will be a basket out there if you would like to make donations. The Wortham family would greatly take that. All right, then on September 20th, Torah on Tap, men, 7 p.m. here. And we will have a wonderful evening then. And then following Torah on Tap, guys, you'll have to take it easy there because we had the sukkah build on the 21st at 10 a.m. So we can get our sukkah put up. We will not put the roof on it, but we'll get everything else ready to go for that. So that will be at 10 a.m., not 11, but 10. If you want to come early and help prep, you're more than welcome to, but we will start promptly at 10. Don't be late. I don't want to do it by myself. Then on the 22nd, Rosh Hashanah services at 6:45. And then Tuesday at 9 a.m. and pretty much all day long. And then Wednesday morning, the 24th at 10 a.m. So please mark your calendars to be able to be here with us to participate. And then on Yom Kippur will be October 1st. We will start at 6:45 that evening. And then we'll meet the following day for a day of all day connecting with the Lord. So that's pretty much going to take up all day, and then we'll have break the fast with potluck and pizza. That will be a dairy potluck to bring, or parv. And then Sukkot with Shalom coming up on the 10th through the 12th. Now, you need to go ahead and register. We tried to go through the sign-up registration last week. I don't know if y'all have that video up, but it's not that hard to do. So please go in, sign up, and so that we can be prepared for you to be here, because there's a lot that goes in with it. We need to know how many are going to be here. And during that weekend of Sukkot, we will be having our Makers Market. So if you would like to send your wares in from out of state, you can send them to Linda here, and she will make sure that they get out. And that's always a fun time to see what people's interests and hobbies are, and what a wonderful way to be able to contribute to the synagogue. During the week of Sukkot, there will be several events going on. And so we call it, what are you calling it, Miranda? Home events. And there's 2 events for home that you need to sign up for, and that will be for the chili cook-off and the potato bar. Now, they're 2 separate events. It's 2 registrations for them. So fill out all 3 of your registration forms at one time when you're sitting down in front of the computer signing up to be here. So, because it's going to be vegetated. It's going to be vegan chili anyway. So, so you can have it on your tater with your butter and sour cream. So, Shabbat Shalom.
All right, kiddos, let's go to Shabbat school. Yisimcha who is it? Yisimcha Elohim ke Ephraim v'hi Menashe. May the Lord make you like Ephraim and Menashe. Yisamech Elohim ke Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Valeah. May the Lord make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Father, thank you for they're not really babies, but you're always babies to your parents. Did you know that? No matter how big you get, you're always your parents' babies. Did you know that? Father, help us to raise them up into a mighty generation. It is needed so much now, not just in our country, but in the world. Father, help us to make disciples, true disciples who understand good and love and being courageous and standing for things that matter. Help us to lead them and guide them. Bless their parents, Father. Keep them healthy and happy. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, yo'er Adonai pono v'elecha v'yihuneka, yis Adonai pono v'elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. All right, you can go to class. This kid's going to the Bahamas after services. You know, we have, obviously you know, that we have people that join us from other places outside of Macon. I got an email on maybe Sunday morning from Charlie and Carol Poisty in Colorado. And Charlie wrote me this email. You remember last week's message, right? Do you remember this message? I hope you've been using this. Charlie wrote me, said, Friday night I was getting ready to go out to one of my clients' fundraisers. I put on one of my jackets. In the pocket, I found this. I have no idea how it got there. I have never seen it before. It's not mine. It must have been from someone who borrowed my jacket at some point. Is that not incredible? I love it. Then he told me this story. He said, I went out into the pasture. They raise goats and donkeys and all kinds of stuff. And he said, I picked up a piece of metal that I saw lying in the field. Turns out it was a Spanish coin from 1878. It is the very weathered coin of Alfonso XII, por la gracia de Dios, by the grace of God, a king. And where did he find it? In the field. We should all move to Colorado and just camp out on their land for the holidays. Anyway, oh yeah, we got people who just moved from Colorado. We're not going to do that. But anyway, super cool. So Charlie, if anyone should be using their magnifying glass, I think God specifically hand-delivered one to you. So amazing. But you know, Kelly and I have a Sunday morning chat. We don't get to spend a ton of time together during the week. We have a Sunday morning carve-out time. It's our fireside chat, but it is by the fireplace. But in Macon, you never use your fireplace, so it's for decoration. But here are the pieces. We have coffee, we have a couch, we have chill music, we have conversation, and we have connection. That's the point of the Sunday morning coffee. Well, what do we talk about? About each other. Now, with a caveat. When we do spend time during the rest of the week, she's usually listening to me talk because I talk a lot. And unfortunately, I talk too much about myself. So a priority on Sundays is that I get the opportunity to sit and listen. I listen to what's going on in her life, what's exciting, what may be bothering, what revelation she's had. A lot of times, you know, we talk generally about life, a lot about life. And the older we get, the more we have to talk about in terms of life, in terms of growth and realizations and difficulties, and how frustrated we are that our parents were right about so many things, and why can't we get our own kids to see? I'm just kidding. Zach's here, so I had to say that. But no, seriously, growth, what's changed, what we're realizing. And so a few weeks back, we were contemplating something deep, deep contemplation. Sounds like sarcasm is coming, but it's not. The question is, why is it so hard for some people to pull out their magnifying glass, to do the inspections of life, the inspections of self that lead us to challenge our dark places? Why is that so very difficult for really so many people? Why do people struggle badly with vulnerability, with taking responsibility, with accepting failure, with admitting mistakes, with doing difficult work of confronting the things that need to be confronted? Well, I know at least an answer to that. It's not the answer, but it's an answer. And that really just kind of has to do with family of origin things that have gone on in many people's lives and traumatic events that have deeply, deeply affected people. Those are key components, I understand. But even in the worst circumstances, given the worst childhood and all kinds of things, there are still some people that are willing to just jump in the pool of inspection and introspection. And then there are others who spend a lifetime on the side of the pool, just looking and wondering. And so our question, we didn't finalize that answer, but it brought up another question, which is, why do you think that we, Kelly and myself, don't have such a problem with that? Why are we willing? And the first thing we realized is that it's only a relatively recent development in our lives that we have been able to do that. Okay, when I say recent, like over the last 10 years, we've dedicated a lot of time and energy to that practice. 10 years. I'm 53. That means for 43 years of my life, I did not know how or was willing to be honest with myself about myself. And we came to realize that for many, many people, the answer can be found in this old classic story. As a man was walking down a path in the country, he looked toward the farmhouse, and just down the path was a farmer rocking in his rocking chair back and forth. And laying next to him was a big hound dog. And the farmer's rocking, but as the guy continues to walk by, he sees and hears, actually, the dog howling, just howling. And he can't help the curiosity. So he walks up the path and he looks at the farmer, relaxed, just rocking. The dog's over here laying, howling. The guy looks at him and he says, "What's wrong with your dog?" The farmer looks at him and he says, "He's laying on a nail." And the guy, there goes the dog. And he's like, well, why doesn't he move? And the farmer looks, shrugs his shoulders, and says, "I reckon it don't hurt bad enough yet." And what we came to realize is that, this is back to Kelly and I, Kelly and me, whatever it is, There's a point at which discomfort becomes too unbearable to bear. And by discomfort, I mean a whole world of things. Unhappiness, unfulfilled, discontented, regretful, angry, lonely, isolated, fearful. Discomfort manifests in all kinds of ways. The pain of life that we carry. But there is a point at which some people say, enough. You can call it rock bottom. You could say your lowest low, a thing or the things that you're dealing with where you finally say, enough. You have your come to Jesus moment. Or in the phrasing of the high holiday language, we could say a wake-up call, right? You get your wake-up call and you wake up and you realize, God, there's got to be more than this. There has to be a way. I don't have to accept whatever this is. Whatever this is that I'm laying on, I don't have to accept. I don't want to accept it. I don't have to. I'm tired of the nail, and it hurts bad enough. And then we start the climb. We talked last week about the spiral staircase. I'm not done with the climb metaphor. We pull out this magnifying glass, we inspect. Once we find something, we find things that need work. And once we're honest and once we're willing to lay down our pride and our fear and everything else, and we acknowledge the mountain before us, the mountain of challenge, the mountain of pain, whatever the thing is, and we step toward that mountain. And some mountains are bigger than other mountains. I acknowledge this. We talked about this, but all of them, for most of us who have struggles, and I think that's most of us, all of them are pretty big. There are recurring issues. There are life curriculum things. There are things that keep showing up in your life. Those are mountains. Those are things we need to face, things we need to climb, and it's hard because it's uncomfortable and because it can be painful at times and because sometimes it's hard to see the reward of going through the work. But that is the story of everything hard in life. But here's the scene when we start the climb. You stand at the base of this thing. And maybe you've been there before, but you turned back. Maybe you wanted to challenge this thing, but it's too much. It's too deep. It's just too big. And by the way, it's really not that bad. It's really not. I'm not okay. It bothers me sometimes, but I'm not. It's not a big deal. It's probably not time for me to face this thing. That's what a lot of people spend times at their foot of their mountains saying. But then you're committed. You want to get up off the nail, so you take the step and you pull yourself up a little bit at a time and you scrape your knees along the way, and maybe you slip on some slippery rocks and you fall down a little bit going up the mountain, but you make gradual progress and you look down and you're further along and you're too far up now to go back down, so you keep going. And we're going up and we're starting to see some beautiful scenery. We're starting to see some things that are changing. The world's getting brighter up here. The sun is warmer up here. It feels better. I feel better. And sure enough, through the difficulty of the climb, you arrive at the summit. You confront the challenge. You crest the summit of the mountain of your pain or your issue or the pain you've caused someone else. And you stand atop the mountain and you just gaze at the beauty of the view you can now see. of what you conquered to get here, what you went through, what you gave up, what you faced, and you're so grateful that you took the step, and this is what it looks like to face your mountains or your demons or whatever word you want to say, and you taste the victory of overcoming one significant challenge, your first big mountain, but you know what? There are others. You look around, there's probably a mountain range. But you're not worried about that right now because you've crested this summit. This victory feels good. You feel good because you did it. And imagine this. You look down, way down at the bottom. At the base, and looking up is someone that you love, someone that you care about, but they're looking at this mountain with the same fear and trepidation that you had. Their mountain may not be the same thing, but it's figuratively their mountain. But they stand at the base, uncertain, afraid. Amazingly, you still have cell phone service from the peak of this mountain. And you call down to them and you say, I see you. I can see you. You're weeping and you say, you can't even believe how good it feels to make the climb. What it's like up here, you have to do this. Please, please take the step, make the climb. And I'm trying my best to describe it to them on the bottom of what it feels like to have overcome it, to not be burdened, to have the difficulty behind me. But there's only silence on the other end. And you say, hello, did you hear me? Are you still there? You can do it. Take a step. Just start. And the voice at the bottom of the mountain from the person that you love so dearly, and you want to see them take that journey and climb, but instead they say, you know what? I'm sure it's beautiful. And you sound really happy, but I'm just not ready. It's just too hard. It's just too much. It looks really scary. I don't think I can do that. And you realize something, that no matter how much you share your experience, it is a journey we must all take for ourselves. Anyone can do it. But what I've found, my friends, is that few people will. So many people will choose to stay put, to lay on the nail and howl, or to stay at the bottom and to howl about what they wish their life was, or how they can't believe this happened to them, or how this person did this to them, or if I only hadn't messed that relationship up, or if I only hadn't, or if I only had. And all of those are the mountains that just hem you in. And I don't want you to be howlers. I want you to be climbers. I want you to be climbers. The answer for why Kelly and I are deeply committed to self-improvement and to helping others is only because we started the climb and we realized that there were parts of us that needed repair. And as we start the high holidays and we move through these days, as the rabbi, it is my job to help you see the mountains and help you start the climb and hopefully throw a rope down over the side of the mountain. And the high holidays, they are a rope. Elul is a rope. But nobody can have you take hold of it and make the climb. But the holidays are like a lifeline, like a rope that says, look, here's the path. Here's the path to take. Just hold on to this. Hold on to it. This is the way to go. And the farmers answer, why doesn't the dog move? It just doesn't hurt bad enough. And the sad truth of life is, and this is hard to hear, I know, but sometimes you need some pain. We need the discomfort, and it sounds very uncomfortable, doesn't it? But listen, there are people that do not feel pain. I'm not talking emotionally, I'm talking physically. They don't feel pain. They're perpetually suffering severe burns and cuts and injuries. Pain has a purpose sometimes to protect you from getting hurt. Pain can alert us to a problem. Pain can jolt us into an action. I read this on the Chabad website of all places, and I loved it. Pain has a role in the healing process. I was talking to Karen Wortham about my calf yesterday. She's telling me about histamines and pain responses. Pain has a role in the healing process. When you chemically block pain receptors in an animal's nerves, it slows the healing in their skin. The same nerves that send pain signals to the brain also send signals to the blood vessels, and they attract the immune cells and they stimulate tissue repair. That is to say, when laying on the nail hurts bad enough and pain tells you, get up, the same mechanism can start the healing process for you. Emotionally, the pain you feel can be used for good. People are by design pain averse. Who wakes up and figures out ways to hurt themselves? We are by design. It's not pleasant. And when it comes to emotional pain or discomfort, to relationship problems, to regret, to failures, to sins, to issues, by design, we don't stir these things up. And I get it. There are hurts in this room that none of us could even begin to comprehend the depth of. Things buried and pushed down in people and hidden. And it doesn't stop those things from hurting. It just diverts the pain. It causes reactions to trigger situations, or our responses, to people who say something or do something. You know the famous phrase, hurt people what? Hurt people. When you push the pain down, it's no kind of resolution. But we avoid the mountain, we avoid the climb to deal with them. Why? Because it's going to be a painful hike. It's going to be painful, so we ignore what needs attention. We deny what is most definite reality. And by the way, that's actually the definition of insanity. Not the stupid thing about doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's not insanity. Insanity is a denial of reality and an inability to comprehend the reality around you and to be able to respond accurately to it. I saw a shirt the other day. Speaking of just, like laying on the nail and howling. I saw a shirt at the gym the other day that said, pain is just weakness leaving the body. Now, that works really well in a gym. It's a little strong for this teaching. So I'll back it up like this, okay? Pain is often a necessary byproduct of growth. It is. Not always, but it is. Paul said it this way in Romans. We boast in suffering, knowing that suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope, and hope does not disappoint. He was no stranger to physical suffering, but also to emotional suffering. That's a verse for climbers, my friends. Those are verses for the mountain you need to climb. But I just want to say this loud and clear. For all of those, anywhere, everywhere that I'm talking to in this room or anywhere, for those of you who have experienced the deep hurt that life is capable of bringing, I am sorry. I am so sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry. I wish it weren't the case. I've heard dreadful stories, sat with people who have been through hell. I've seen people struggle and strain to deal with things that there's no rational or spiritual explanation as to why they would have had to go through these things. And I can't begin to express how much I feel for those of you who I know have heartbreaking stories. I do not intend to say that pain is not painful, or that I wish we could have more of it, or most especially, why don't you just get over it? I am not saying that. But the truth is, we can use it. It's the only thing we have with it. We can use it. God can use it. And some of us may feel a different emotion that is still very painful. It's called regret. It's another mountain to climb. It's often a struggle for me, I'm honest. It's very frustrating because this futility of the emotion of regret, it's so toxic, like spirals into things that are just terrible, rumination and not taking steps to resolve things. But even regret can be a positive pain. Harata, it's called in Hebrew, remorse, regret, contrition. That pain that you feel in regret can wake you up. It's the wake that says, enough, enough. I need to fix something. I need to change this. It's a holy pain of realization. We can say maybe a God-given ache that says, just go deal. Just go try to deal. Just go try to climb. I'll go with you, he says. Rambam says that sort of remorse, that harata, is the first step, because often without the ache, there's no climb, but with it there's hope, and it's correctable. Listen, I'll put it to you this way about regret. You ready? If what you regret can be repaired, then climb the mountain. Take the action. If what you regret cannot be repaired, if it is done and unchangeable, climb the mountain. Accept the consequences. Learn the lesson. And commit to not do it again. But in this pain with potential, that's not a great takeaway. That's not a great uplifting way to say it. But consider the alternative. Whichever way you like better, lying on a nail and howling, or standing at the foot of a mountain, whatever you like. Those things represent what needs to be changed, and if you refuse to even address those things, nothing will change. I am not speaking to a room of broken people I know who are like just released from prison or have committed capital crimes or drug addicts. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is, we've all lived life in a way where we usually have some mountains. And we usually have a tendency to lay on a nail. So, I can say, in the company of many good professional therapists and clergy, this is the most frustrating part of my job, is when I sit and talk with people and I can see them hemmed in by a range of mountains, and they just cannot take a step. And I want to say, I want to just pick them up and put them on my back and say, let's go, and hold the rope and we'll make it. But I can't. It doesn't work that way. It's your journey. It's your climb. It's your rope. So I only ask, can we reframe pain as potential? Is it possible for us as a community to stand at the base of the mountain? Your mountain is not my mountain, but nevertheless, mountains are big. They can handle a lot of labels. We can all have a mountain. We don't want one, but we can all have one. Can we as a community stand here The imagery of all of us standing at the base of the mountain, whatever it is, next to each other during these days, committing to the journey of the climb. Can we do it? Of course we can. That's the beauty of the high holidays. We do it together. We say the prayers together. We share in each other's burdens together. And I would never, ever, ever want to give you the impression from this message that Kelly and I do not have a range of mountains that need to be climbed. This is not a holier than thou. Look at us. I'm only telling you a bit of our personal journey so that there's some relation. There will be higher mountains, but climbing one this holiday season elevates us. There will be others. Time, my friends, to get the magnifying glass out and inspect. You never know. You never know. You'll find a mountain in there. Didn't know you could hold a mountain in your heart, did you? But you can. And so, next week we'll talk about the collection of some of these things. And you say, I know. You give these messages every year. I hate this time of year. That's why I don't usually come to services. But here you drug me back in with those pretty slides, and you're giving me the same old junk. I don't want to do it. The better one is, I don't need to do it. I don't have anything to do, okay? All right. You're released. The better one, and the more common one is, I just can't. I don't want to. You always say this. I don't want to climb. Does anyone know who Kyle Maynard is? I wish I knew Kyle Maynard. Personally, I wish I knew Kyle Maynard. Kyle was born with a rare condition, congenital amputation. He did not develop any limbs. Fibrous bands prevent the development of fetal limbs. No legs, no arms. On January 5th, 2012, Kyle Maynard became the first quadruple amputee to climb Mount Kilimanjaro without assistance. Crawling all 19,340, not yet, Ross, all 19,340 feet. 19,340 feet in 10 days with no arms and no legs. My friends, no matter how high, no matter how hard and how treacherous and potentially painful your mountain can be, and I know we're talking spiritually and emotionally, and Kyle is overcoming physically, but you don't think this guy faced unbelievable emotional difficulty? My friends, the power of the illustration remains. 20,000 feet with no arms and legs, Mount Kilimanjaro. It's a superhuman feat. Now, if anyone could have said, I can't climb the mountain, it's got to be Kyle Maynard. And it's not lost on me that it was over the course of 10 days. He was determined to see the summit through the pain at all cost. And I promise you, my friends, the summit of your mountain is worth the climb. These are the days of Elul, from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur is 10 days. These are the preparation days we're in right now for the climb that will be available to us in the 10-day climb. And you can do it with your arms and your legs, and it will not be at Mount Kilimanjaro, but that mountain might be just as high in your life. So, of course, it's time to get off the nail. Which is why I gave you this little surprise to add to your collection. I do not recommend that you give these to your kids. And please don't let any kids get them out of the basket and walk around the synagogue or take them to the playground. Okay, got that out. You have a nail, and I want you to take it, and I want you to put it where you see it. Listen, I thought about this. Put this next to your magnifying glass, okay? And if this is happening at your work, people are thinking, what kind of cultic freak are these? What are these people doing? And you can explain it to them. Put it where you see it, not in your pocket. But see it and ask yourself, am I unnecessarily dealing with pain and discomfort? Am I laying on a nail? Am I howling? Am I a howler unnecessarily? And how long have I been here, and do I have to stay here? And there's a lot of I in that, I realize, but there's a lot of you that has to do this. It's yours, own it. But it's a nail for another very specific reason, because you don't do this alone, do you? The nail. The one who took the nails is with us on our journey. That is a certainty. The Spirit with which He empowers us, that is literally within you. He has given you that. The one who took the nails to move with courage and faith and confidence, knowing that He made a way for us to never fear, to move boldly, to overcome. That's also what this nail means. It's important. It speaks to your part, what is within your power, and to the one who has empowered us to walk into these days, to get up, get off the nail, and start the climb. So I pray that God will give us the strength to identify our mountains, the courage to overcome the pain it takes to start to climb them. Shabbat Shalom. Let's stand together, my friends. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשינו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגופי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמר מלכנו אפס הולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת חיום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתנו. ונאמר וחיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. On that day, the Lord will be one, and his name will be one. Regardless of your politics or what you think about his opinions or anything else, I do ask that we keep the Kirk family in our prayers as they deal with an unspeakable tragedy that has occurred in our country. Pray, my friends, for our country, that we can be restored, that we can not descend further down, but instead to rise up, to find the good in each other, and that, God forbid, any other innocent person like this would ever have to give their life to make a point. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you his peace. B'Shem Yeshua. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Yo'er Adonai ponav elecha v'yihuneka. Yisa Adonai ponav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, my friends. Let's start climbing.